salut à tous, c'est un canon tout à nouveau dans Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Et j'attends mon hélico. Alors j'espère que vous allez bien. Moi ça va plutôt pas mal. Et où l'hélico Et donc on va continuer tout ça. Enquêter sur ces mecs qui apparemment trafiquent des trucs pour faire des armes nucléaires et tout ça. Qui serait peut-être le moyen de surpasser les Metal Gear. Ce qui est un peu flippant quand on sait qu'un Metal Gear c'est un peu violent. On va bien voir. Accrochez-vous à vos slips, j'ai envie de dire. Ah, il y a un truc là-bas. Ah, c'est un bout d'emblème. Sur quasiment toutes les plateformes, il y a un morceau d'emblème à choper. Là, il faut que je pense à changer mon emblème, du coup. Oui, les récompenses, tout ça. C'est hyper important. Du PIM en plus, ah oui, c'est effectivement très très important ça. Ah mais c'est du PIM global, donc je reçois pas forcément là. C'est un peu particulier comment ça fonctionne, mais... Bon. Alors la mission. Sauvetage d'agents renseignement, eh oui. Au camp de Kiziba, donc... c'est là où on était au début, enfin... dans ce coin-là, quoi. Alors je me rappelle plus tout à fait de cette mission. Non, on va pas prendre ça. Hein. Là c'est bon, on va pas s'en servir avant un moment du Lee Walker. Par contre... voilà, ça c'est bien. Et ouais, on est bon. Ça me paraît pas mal. Les armes sont camouflées, y a des silencieux partout. Pour l'instant c'est des silencieux niveau 1, mais dès que je peux je mets des silencieux niveau 2. Sauvetage agent renseignement. Si je me rappelle bien, celle-là elle est pas trop compliquée.
Two of our intel team members are being held captive by the PF in that area, the CFA. Your job is to rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our two men has broken out of the encampment and is on the run.
D'accord.
He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Ok, donc le camp de Kiziba, on est déjà allé, on sait que c'est pas trop compliqué. Hein. C'est là où il y avait les mecs qui se faisaient interroger avec le vicomte et tout ça. Il y en a un qui s'est échappé apparemment. Il a l'air d'être plus près. Oh là, oh les arbres qui pop, c'est génial. Bon. Tout va bien. Quiet. Est-ce que tu pourrais me faire de la reco plutôt par là où je vais? Genre là. Ah non, du coup, genre là. Bah oui, tant qu'à faire. Moi je vais essayer d'aller récupérer celui qui est là-bas en attendant.
Gazebo camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
Analysis complete. Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Parce qu'en principe, ils sont en train de le chercher, les mecs.
Detected. The map has been updated.
Ouais, ils sont en train de le chercher. Le but c'est qu'ils le retrouvent pas, parce que s'ils le retrouvent, je crois qu'ils le butent. Et on n'a pas trop envie. Il y a un prisonnier ici. Ça fait chier, mais c'est toujours ça de prix. Hein. Ça a pas l'air d'être lui, mais...
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest.
Ok, la forêt.
The enemy PF already has troops spread out in a manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open.
Ok.
Extract our man before your search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
Donc ça c'est mal passé. Voilà. Il y a du monde. Et en plus, j'ai été perturbé par une mise à jour à la con de Batman. Donc voilà, donc toi. Je vois qu'il y a un autre prisonnier là-bas. J'irai plus tard. Parce que c'est là que c'est chiant en fait, parce qu'ils peuvent le retrouver, le mec est le buté, je crois. Ouais, et c'est des troupes blindées. Donc c'est chiant. Ah, il y a aussi un mec là-bas. S'ils sont un peu vénères.
The map has been updated.
Ok, bah tais-toi alors.
Extraction failed. Analysis complete.
Est-ce qu'ils sont que deux? Faut que je sache s'ils sont que deux. Ils l'ont trouvé.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
That's the target. Quickly, extract
Enemy
him while you
presence
can.
detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The other target. Head for Gazebo camp.
putain. Ah! Ouais, mais j'ai... Non, pas la cagoule de poulet. J'ai balancé tous mes fumigènes dans l'eau, alors ça s'est pas déclenché, je suis dégoûté, je savais même pas que ça pouvait faire ça.
Find our 2 intel team members and rescue them from the I sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take it
J'ai compris. Putain, décidément. Ah mais en même temps, je repop sur lui.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Je veux bien être sympa.
Find our 2 intel team members and rescue them from the enemy PF. We need to get both of them back safe and sound. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look.
Tout va bien? Voilà. Personne?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ok, on se casse.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Bon, on va dire que sa blessure ne compte pas.
The other target is inside the encampment. Boss, he doesn't have much time. The man you extracted gave us all the intel he could. You got a lead on what's happening with the CFA. Check it on your iDroid.
C'est bon?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Normalement, il peut nous laisser des infos. Par ici.
Boss, leave the intel files till later. The enemy's on combat alert.
Ok.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Vous êtes nuls. Il cite le mec qui galère à tuer à choper un gars. Non mais c'est con parce que c'est vrai que là après j'ai repop pile là où il fallait pas. C'est vrai que c'était malvenu. Va faire de la reco,
Please
ouais,
select
voilà.
a deployment point.
Ils vont se calmer. Voilà. J'ai tellement pris cher.
Intel file extraction arrived at the metabase.
He must have dropped it trying to contact us again.
Maintenant le but ça va être d'aller dans le camp. Est-ce qu'ils ont tué l'otage?
Boss, we've picked up some movement.
J'espère que non.
The squad is on its way to Gazeba camp. We've ID'd them as some CFA heavyweights. These aren't your everyday reinforcements.
Super.
Whatever's about to happen, you need to get the target out now.
Génial. Ah si, il y en a un là-bas.
Kaziba camp, an enemy outpost.
Ah oui, on connaît, on connaît.
And not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Bon, donc ils vont avoir des renforts. Ce qui n'est pas génial. Oh oui, il a dû s'échapper, oui. C'est certainement échappé. Ah oui, je vois où il est l'autre. Et la première fois, en fait, j'avais pris celui-là en premier. C'était laborieux quand même. Ça va bien se passer, mais c'était laborieux. Je vais tellement leur voler la DCA. Si personne ne voit. Ah oui, c'est genre c'est des forces spéciales les mecs quand même. Ah oui, c'est complètement des forces spéciales. Ils ont des masques et tout. Voilà, taisez-vous tous. Des malades les mecs. C'est bon? Non, je veux pas. Non mais... Donc là j'ai du monde à extraire du coup.
Roger that. We got some information out of that soldier you extracted. His squad was on their way to the encampment to execute our intel team member. We also now know exactly where they're keeping the target. Sending the location to your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
Ok, bon, toi, t'as un casque. Tout va bien. Et il est là le prisonnier. Voilà, on a bien fait de faire péter le truc la dernière fois parce que maintenant on peut s'extraire juste là. La maladie.
saying? You think we're angry? The poor bastards. From a civilian.
Ils l'ont déglingué. En plus, c'est un mec de chez nous, quoi. C'est une unité de renseignement. Allez, fais ton boulot, Quiet. Bon, on se casse. Faites chier, putain! Voilà. Ah putain, c'était un peu la merde. Merci.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Ça en fait des choses. Ah oui, j'ai tellement fait de la merde. Ah.
One of the job offers we received concerns me. There's a PF commander who's been talking big about getting into the nuclear arms trade. This could be connected to that yellow cake.
Mais tu l'as déjà dit.
And there's another contract I'd like you to handle. It's a wet job, but we need to divert Cypher's attention. Check the mission list for the details.
Ok.
Please specify a project.
Mais d'abord, on va améliorer ça. Et on n'a pas encore de sniper tranquillisant, et ça c'est très très dommage. Très très dommage. Est-ce que...
Please specify a project.
Non. Bon, gestion de personnel en speed.
Caution, red staff assigned.
Voilà. Et les cassettes. On en a 4, putain.
Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkalobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining 2 sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass-produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel-type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was supposed to have abandoned nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, CRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa.
Ça se tient.
And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. if Cypher's involved with nuclear development in South Africa. But how would that fit with their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? We need more information.
Shinkolobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkolobwe mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Shinkolobwe uranium might have been used in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs too. Just hearing its name is like seeing all the phantoms of the war rise up to haunt us. But all the uranium's dried up, and the mine's been closed for years.
So someone reopened it.
Right. Zero-risk security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his tastes somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would zero-risk security do this kind of thing?
Or rather, why were their employers, Cypher, interested in an abandoned mine? They'd be getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite. Meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move.
But how would they enrich it at its destination?
Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it?
Having trouble believing it?
No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about.
And this was to test it out.
It's possible. And that would mean it's almost complete.
Et ça pue du cul. Alors, Coyote Rogue.
Rogue Coyote operates mainly out of Africa these days. Of the 3 PFs, they're the smallest. However, they scooped up most of the Rhodesian SAS after the country collapsed 4 years ago. Picture their entire organization as one big special forces unit. With Rhodesia a British colony, the Rhodesian SAS had its origins in 22 SAS Sea Squadron. They started out as a group known as the Southern Rhodesia Volunteers. But in '51 they were incorporated into 22 SAS as members of the British Commonwealth and deployed to fight guerrillas in the Malayan emergency. Even now, 22 SAS keeps the Sea Squadron designation empty in recognition of their service. In a way, you could say the SAS almost makes up the core of Rogue Coyote.
D'accord.
Later on, they were bolstered by other talent, including former Cella Scouts and 32 Battalion. These guys are direct descendants of the best special forces in the world. They won't go down without a fight. Don't get careless. Kungenga Mine. A civil war's been going on in that region for the last 20 years. It's being fought by what are now 2 ethnic groups, the Buta and the Mbele. Originally, you could barely tell them apart, but the reason for the current armed conflict goes back to World War I. After the war, their land was colonized by a European power, and it decided to give local control to the Buta. That split the 2 groups into rulers and subjects, laying the foundations for an inevitable civil war. The friction between them remained even after they won independence from Europe. The Buta are holding on to power to this day, and the Mbele rebels continue to fight back.
D'accord.
The conflict is funded by locally mined gold, rare metals, diamonds. They've used the money from those to arm themselves, buy oil, and even hire PFs. The Buta administration owns the mining rights to Kungenga Mine. But most of the laborers are Mbele, who they've taken prisoner. The product they've gouged out of their land is bought up by cheap Western corporations. And the civil war is fueled by the profits. That's how it goes. One country's people is split apart by another country. Then the 2 groups tear up their own land for money in order to fight each other. Now this civil war started by a foreign power is the norm, and it's sucking up all the country's resources. PFs are just the same. They follow the money, taking war with them wherever they go. That goes for us too. It's an endless river of bloody retaliation, and we're standing downstream. Should we make a stand and staunch the flow? Or wade in amongst the corpses and make a bigger splash than the rest? We'll follow your lead, boss.